the topic of the video for whenever this is getting uploaded is
misplays. Because it's funny, me personally, I rarely ever make misplays. Rarely. My friend over here, man, it's because you're the kind of person where he'll make the littlest fuck up and blame the whole duel on that tiny little fuck up.
I won't blame the whole duel.
Yes, you will. No, you'll say everything was going good until this one point in time, but jeopardizes the whole duel.
Because it's just the way that I build decks, man. I don't build decks. Alright, this is how I'm going to explain how misplays happen. A lot of people, when you make a deck, you don't really make strategies in a sense, you're making plays. You have certain cards that look for certain cards, very specific cards. You have, and you always have those cards that lead up to those certain cards and make the big move. Which you always, when you build decks, you have these plays. If somebody activates something in the middle of that play, or at some phase in that play, that messes up everything. If I get into a misplay, it's because of something that's like, my deck has so many options and so many things that I can go to. I might go to the wrong one for a certain situation because I didn't properly read my other person's card. Now, I'll fully accept responsibility and accountability. That's my fault. I should be reading other people's cards to the fullest extent. Or, that thing that my brain does when I'm reading a card's ability, I just read kind of like the first sentence and the last sentence and just guess the middle. Because, your brain, when you see the first word, when you see the first letter and the last letter of a word, your brain automatically guesses what the word is. It doesn't matter how the word is spelled. A lot of you people probably know this if you live on the internet like I do. If it comes to a point in time when it comes to Monsters Effect, I do like to misread effect. So I always kind of get into these like little misplays and something like that. And especially with the deck that I'm trying out now, I'm getting into a lot of misplays because of the fact that I didn't build it in a set to have plays to build up to the main thing. I just left it to be open and have a lot of possibilities and a lot of options to get to this big thing, because you never know what's going to happen in a duel. You never know what deck you're going to run up against, so you have to be prepared for a whole bunch of different options. This is why I have a lot of options, and this is why I get confused, and this is why I get misplays.
I haven't realized I was bored. Alright, now, for me, the only thing I have against misplays is I have nothing bad to say about misplays. If I make a misplay, it's on my own ass, and I do not take any let me redo it. But there was one time where I was dueling somebody where I was using Safe Zone, which was a card that I was not very familiar with it, and I always seen things like, if you target Safe Zone, you chain it to your opponent's monster, their card will be destroyed instead. So I was going up against a person that just tried to destroy my back row, so I chained Safe Zone to my opponent's monster, but I didn't really read my opponent's card, the fact that it only destroys face down cards. Once Safe Zone was face up, it had no effect that it was going to destroy anything. So, because it wasn't going to be destroyed Safe Zone. So I was just like, oh shit. I was just like, oh shit. But then I kind of said, I did not read that. Can I take my thing back, what I just did, and change it to my monster? No, you targeted, man. You targeted. But I'm the kind of person where if other people make misplays, as long as it's not a turn ago, if it's something that they accidentally played by accident, I'll let them take it back. The reason why is just like, I let them take it back because I want to beat someone at the top of their game. I don't want something about us. I don't want no cheesy ass victor. I rather lose and be pissed than win like that.
Yeah, that's something that we have with each other, where it's like, we would actually help each other out to get those really strong cards, because we want to face each other at our strongest. We want to face each other knowing that we gave everything we had. We did the most we can possibly do. So at the end of that duel, whoever wins can say, I beat you at your strongest. I'm better. And we like to do that with our opponents.
Yeah, that's one thing I like to do. You see, when I beat people at the top of their game, I'm just like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. I got you. But I just don't like those chicken shit people. Just like, you made a misplay. I feel like, oh, I'm sorry. You obviously don't want a challenge. I feel like you obviously don't want to see a real duel. Why don't you just go duel some 10-year-olds while you're at it? Go duel the people on traditional unlimited. That's what you really want. You want easy wins, right? Go there. That's how I really feel like it.
That's how it really is when people like that. And that's one thing I really hate, when people like, if they see they're in a situation where you know, somebody did a misplay and they want to change what they did, you know, and they know that they're going to fuck them over, they're going to be like, no, you can't do that. You can't do that. And especially with a website like DN, where that can happen a lot with misclicks and all that other business.
Yeah.
That can happen very often. I feel like misplays is something that is just going to happen with the website, with, you know, the way they have it up today. And that's something that's going to happen, and, you know, misplays should be able to take back. But in real life, when misplays happen, which it does happen, you know, because it's just something that's really kind of like a miscommunication type thing, where somebody wasn't paying attention or something like that. And, you know, misplays, it's something that should be taken back. It's just a game.
My fault and your fault if we go up against someone and we don't read something, or we just assume what's going on. You see,
I do that a lot.
Yeah,
I take full responsibility for
I will
that.
admit, you know, it is my fault, but as another player dueling someone else, you should still just be like, you have to understand, because everybody, and I mean everybody, has made a fuck up at times.
And it cannot be expected that everybody's supposed to know every single card. I mean, yeah, you can, but you can't know every single card in depth in every situation, every single ruling about every other card. I just know basic rulings that apply to situations and how certain situations should go. And I swear to God, if you don't know what a fucking replay is, stop playing the game.
Alright, pause those, because I just say, from personal experience, when it comes to misplays, it's not that I just don't care, but I feel like if you want to be a chicken shit, say that. Because on DN, if you make a misplay, you could just call an admin and say, he's trying to take back something he did, and they'll say, you can't do that, you can't do that. But if you are a true blue Yu-Gi-Oh player that wants a challenge, you'll let your opponent make a little fuck up. Because you know what was happening? I went up against a guy that I was dueling yesterday, and we're just like, I play card D, use its effect, banish it, draw 2. But if you think about it, he drew 7 cards. And he had to mill one during the end phase. But he was like, oh, can I set this? You know, I forgot that, you know, it zips right to my end phase. So he was going to waste a card for nothing. So I said, don't worry, man. Set your card face down. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It's something like that. Would you rather beat your opponent at their best and know by at the end of that duel that you beat this person at their best and there's nothing that person can do to beat you?
Actually, this is something that people will be surprised that I said. I was dueling a 6-Sam player. And I hate 6-Sams. The guy was using no extra deck. And then said, oh my god, I forgot to put cards on my extra deck. Can I proxy Shien? And I said, yes.
Or
be a chicken shit.
Yeah, just try to get a free win. Like, really, you know, it's a hollow victory if you know you would have lost if you would have let that.
Because that would linger on my conscience. I would be like,
I'm not better.
I would say, Anthony, you know you fucking lost that. Just like, Anthony, you
wake
lost
up
that.
at night and cold sweat. I didn't win.
You wake up like, oh, he beat me.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah.
Comment
subscribe. Saying how, you know, how your opinions are with this.
Like, comment, subscribe.
To the
like that, don't you?
No.